All right, welcome everyone. So excited to see you here on this fabulous Friday. Thanks for joining us. My name is Whitney Warr, and I am so blessed to be a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And I'm here to help show you the money, along with my friend Sylvia Porter, who you're going to get to hear her story, and that's going to be so.
You're on that. That's you.
Oops, let me get everyone muted here. Thought I had that done. Whoops, where did it go? Audio. Sorry, you'll discover that I can be a little technologically challenged. There we go. Okay, and we still have lots of people coming in the waiting room, so I will be admitting as we go and try not to be distracted too much by that. So anyways, let's talk about this incredible life-changing opportunity that Plexus provides, okay? Now, first of all, I want you to notice I'm not Emily Roberts, as it may say on the screen. So Emily and I are good friends. She's also a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and we just kind of tag team back and forth with this Zoom. And the reason that we feel so passionate about doing this and about sharing people's stories is because there's never been a time where people need extra income and some extra flexibility financially than now, right? And we are so passionate about what we have discovered here and how it's changed our lives. And so that is why we are here, to make sure that you really understand what's available to you here. And then it's totally your choice. You know, you can go all in with it like we have, or you can dabble with it and create a little extra income on the side. Or, you know, maybe you'll find it's not a fit for you. But before you say no, it's important that you understand what you're saying no to, because we are so glad that we said yes and we chose in on this. Another thing I want you to know about Emily and Sylvia and I is we're not even on the same team. And that's one of the things that is so beautiful about this company, is that we all work together and support each other. It is one big family and everyone benefits together. And that is something that you will not find anywhere else. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why that is after we hear from Sylvia. But first, let me introduce Sylvia Porter. She is a beautiful, wonderful friend. She lives in California. She was a former attorney, so she has a lot of financial success already previous to Plexus. But what I think is so inspiring is that she wasn't fulfilled. She didn't have the opportunity there with her career, which so many people would desire, and that she spent so much time and money to get to that, to create that career for herself, but it didn't fulfill her. And now what she's found here is just so inspiring. So without taking any more of your spotlight or glory, Sylvia, I'm just going to hand it over to you, friend. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I love sharing my story because I know that there are a lot of people out there that are looking for an alternative and they just don't see what we do as an alternative, which shocks me every single time. So to give you a quick background, I did practice law for 12 years. So that means that I went to school for I don't know, I added up all the time and it's like 17 years or something when you do all your elementary school, college, and law school. And then I worked for 12 years as an attorney in downtown LA, commuting on a train, like an hour and a half each way, coming home to 3 little kids. My middle son has Down syndrome. I hope my dog doesn't start barking. If she does, I will move. My middle child has Down syndrome. So when he was born, that threw us for a loop, and that requires a lot of appointments, a lot of therapies, and I was working. And so I had been praying for years to find a way to get out of the legal field. And I actually left a year before I found Plexus. So I just told my husband, I was like, come December, I am quitting. we need to figure it out. Whatever needs to be done, I'm quitting. And so I did that in December of 2012. And I had already been in network marketing as just something to enjoy. I liked the girl time. And I enjoyed the girl time. I love spending time with women and helping them feel good. And so I had already been in network marketing, but now having given up my salary, I knew that I needed something that was going to replace that and not just be fun money. And so when I saw my girlfriend, I just posted about this yesterday, actually. I went to a conference, saw Sarah Marble speaking, Googled all the people, all the speakers, because it was just a network marketing conference. It wasn't specific to a company. So I was Googling, and I was in skincare, and every person that spoke except for one. So out of like the 8 or 9 speakers, everyone was in health and wellness. And so I told my best friend that was there with me, I was like, we're no disrespect to skincare and makeup. I love it and I buy it. But I was like, we're never going to sell enough mascara and foundation to make what they're making. And so that's when I first heard of Plexus. And then my high school bestie, a month later, posted about Plexus. And I'm like, that's that company that lady at that conference represented. So I called my girlfriend right away and jumped on in. So this was a year after I left my legal career. But what caught my attention was, like I said, it was health supplements. It was more universal. So I knew I could share with men and younger, just a completely different audience. It just opened up who could be a client, a prospective customer, someone that I could help. And so I joined December 1st. I've never paid for my products or anything since that. I joined in December, you guys. People say it's the holidays, it's busy, it's crazy. Like, what better time to start earning money than the holidays? I joined December 1st, didn't pay for my products, didn't pay for my anything. By, I don't know if it was that month or January, I had 3 people join me. I think it was my first month, because I know it was my mom, my sister-in-law, and my best friend, and all 3 of them, I was just like, you got to try this. And by March, I was making 4 figures. And by the following summer, so about a year and a half later, I hit Emerald, which in our company is what we call jewel rank, the first jewel rank. And the reason that's significant is because the bonus that they pay you, instead of being a one-time bonus, they pay it to you every month. And so knowing that you're going to get that bonus every month means you can kind of, that your monthly income is increased by that amount. And when I hit that, it equaled what I was making as an attorney. So what it took me 32 years to be worthy of paying, I guess, if you want to say, took me roughly 18 months in Plexus. And what I love the most, A, it didn't take time. B, it didn't take debt. And C, it doesn't take any level of expertise or education. Like, someone who turns 18 can join tomorrow, and some much faster than 18 months. Some take a little longer, but I always tell my team, if it took you 5 years or 8 years to make that much money, isn't it better than 32? And so I'm so thankful. It's completely changed my life. In 2020, I hit the rank of diamond. I have several jewels on my team who have done the same, not diamond, but have ranked up and are sapphire, emerald. We're working on them going diamond. So we've changed thousands of lives. And now I have the time freedom that I wanted to be home with my kids. I'm home right now. I get to pick them up from school. I get to go to all their sporting events. I get to help at their school. I get to run my home peacefully. I think I saw Emily post about this the other day, that like, it's a blessing to get to fold my laundry. It's a blessing. I mean, who wants to do laundry? But I'm thankful that I'm home during the day folding laundry, not trying to do it at 10 o'clock at night when the kids have gone to sleep, because I just walked in the door 2 hours ago. And so I'm so thankful for the time freedom and for the financial freedom that this has allowed me and my family. And I'm thankful to be able to coach other people to this same freedom. Because like you said, we all link arms, we work together, we do stuff like this because we have a gift to share, and we want others to have the joy that we have and the ability to do what we do. And so I just can't say enough good things about this.
Wow, Sylvia. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just back up here. Okay. You said in 18 months with Plexus, you equaled your income that you were making as an attorney in LA. I mean,
After-
how much schooling and how much debt did you acquire in order to receive that?
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I say. It's like you go to school for 12 years, you go to college for 4 more years, that's 16. You go to law school for 3 years. So that's 19 years of schooling.
Oh my word. And how much debt did you
20
acquire?
over, I think it was over like $80,000.
Oh,
I don't remember, not because I'm flippant about it, because I was fortunate enough to have my dad pay it off for me. So
wow.
I'm thankful for
But
that.
still, I mean,
But yeah,
and obviously like that's not a luxury that a lot of us can afford to
right.
dedicate 12 years of schooling beyond, the public system, and then $80,000 towards
And
an
I worked for 12
education
years.
to get a
So
degree.
I didn't come out of law school and earn that. I had to work for 12 years to get to that
Oh my,
level.
okay, that's
Okay.
just mind blowing. And
Yeah.
18 months with Plexus. How much
Yes.
debt did you acquire building your Plexus business?
0.
That is just jaw dropping. Like, can we all just acknowledge that that is unreal? And you're doing this from home with your kids by your side. Oh my word. You guys, do you hear this? This is so powerful. Okay,
Mhm.
Silvia, thank you. That was incredible. I am so grateful to know you. I'm grateful for you that you were blessed with this opportunity. It's completely changed my life as well, but what a powerful story. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's move on here. If I can figure out how to change the slide again. I'm telling you guys, I had this figured out before I got on. There we go. Okay, so here's a little bit about my story, and I'm not going to go in depth into it, but here's what I do want you to know. I was in a desperate financial situation beyond my control. I mean, like, of course we had our mountain of debt, like the standard American, but we were hard workers. My husband and I, neither one of us were college graduates. Our story was quite different than Silvia's to start out, but despite that, we'd always been really hard workers. And we found ourselves in this situation that was, really scary financially. And so I just hit my knees in prayer and I started researching. I was in desperation because we were about to lose our home. Like I said, we were already buried in debt. We weren't even living paycheck to paycheck. We were like skipping bills, robbing Peter to pay Paul type of a situation. And that's what sent me on this journey, okay, of researching. I wanted to find out if there was a way that I could work from home because I had young boys at the time. And that was my top priority. Being a wife and a mom, that was number one in my book. But we needed a solution desperately. So I hit my knees and I started researching. And let me tell you, if you had done the research that I did, and if you had learned what I learned, I believe no one would pass up this opportunity. I believe people would literally like scratch through a brick wall to take advantage of what we have here. And let me tell you just some of the reasons why, okay? What sets Plexus apart and makes it so different? First of all, there are, in the network marketing, social marketing, e-commerce, whatever you want to call it these days, everything is e-commerce these days. Out there in that world, there's basically 4 main compensation plans that companies will use. And you go find a company and you can pair it up with one of these 4 compensation plans, or some of them might do kind of like a hybrid of a couple of them, but none of them are actually really ethical and fair and put the ambassador or the representative or whatever first or equal to the company. And what I discovered when I was looking into all these different compensation plans and companies, and I was just blown away how different Plexus was. Come to find out, when they decided on their mission of improving lives and focusing on gut health and creating an opportunity financially for people all over the world to create financial, relieve financial stress and even create abundance, whatever, they took a look at what the options were out there. Because I'll tell you this one thing. First of all, did you know word of mouth advertising is absolutely the most effective form of advertising? It is. It's the most effective. And it also, when it's done right, the network marketing like formula is the most ethical. Because when you consider, like in any other type of traditional business, like let's take a school, for example, I find it so funny when people say, oh, is that another one of those pyramid schemes? If you look at any traditional business, it's formed actually like a pyramid. And most people are capped on their income based on where they lie in that pyramid, okay? The way that this company structures their compensation, really, you have so much more control over what you can earn, and you can pass up, someone in your sponsorship in your upline, and that's not going to affect them or hurt their business. You have, like, it's not structured actually like a pyramid as most traditional businesses are, and it just gives you much more freedom and opportunity. But anyways, despite the fact that we have the most ethical and generous compensation plan in the industry, and if you want to actually look up the research like that I did really in detail, I made a video, and you can find it on YouTube. It's called Why This Company I Did the Research For You. So you can get it there if you want to really go in depth into it, but I'm just summarizing here. So I was blown away by the compensation plan. I'd already sat down and I said, if I could dream up a business, this is what it would look like. And I listed out all these things. I didn't believe that quotas were ethical. I didn't want to have to leave my home and do parties or deliveries. A lot of companies will assign territories, and I knew that I didn't feel that was ethical. I didn't want to have to carry inventory and, like, resell things. I didn't want any part of that. I also wanted something that actually made a difference in people's lives. And so I wrote out this list of, what a dream business would look like. And I figured there's probably nothing out there that exists like it, but I'm going to find the best match possible, no matter what it takes. And then I'm all in. Because I'd already, in my research, I knew that in order for me to be able to be home, have the time flexibility where I could really, create my own schedule and have the opportunity to earn like 6 figures or higher, then network marketing is where it's at, you guys. It just really is. And you can get that, you can get that from many of the most successful, like, business moguls in the world. They'll put their stamp of approval on that. But anyways, so here's another thing that I learned. Health and wellness is the most profitable industry in the world. Did you know that? People spend more money on their health than they spend on anything else in general, okay? Not only that, here with Plexus, we have a product that is consumable that everyone needs. It literally, it's for infants all the way up to, 110 years old, and everywhere in between, both sexes, all ages, a consumable product. So people are, I mean, not everyone, like human nature, sometimes people quit on themselves no matter what, but most people, they start to really feel the difference, and they continue on with this. And that residual income that you're building over time is something that if people really understood, like I said, people would scratch through a brick wall to take advantage of it. It's just incredible what is available to us. Did you know that they did a poll in America and 80% of adults polled said that if they could earn $500 in 90 days, they would do what we do. They would do network marketing. And so we just need to let everyone know that that opportunity is so available here. And we want to link arms with you and show you how possible that is. So let's talk a little bit about our opportunity. Do some vision casting. I want you to be thinking, maybe just jot down a few names too, because I know that people are going to come to mind as we're discussing that, so-and-so needs to hear this. This really could provide some stress relief for my sister-in-law or my best friend or whoever. And because what we have here, you guys, honestly, we cannot keep it to ourselves. All right. So let's chat a little bit about how to create income and what would that look like for you? And what would that do for your family? Even just an extra $200 a month. Did you know that financial stress is the #1 cause of divorce in the United States today? And that even an extra like $300 a month would significantly change those families' situations. I mean, how incredible is that? When we have an opportunity here where you can do that. Honestly, if you're a go-getter, we have people that do that in a week, that do that within 48 hours. We have a fast start program because Plexus, they're so generous, first of all, with their compensation in general, but they don't want anyone coming out of pocket for products. They basically take all the income that they would be spending on advertising and deliveries and all the other things if they were just put their products on a shelf, and they pay that out into society, in our communities, in the United States, in Canada, in Mexico, in New Zealand, in Australia. And that's really their heart and their passion. So paying that out to you in generous friendship bonuses. I like to call our Fast Start program our friendship bonuses. Grab 3 friends to try this with you right away. And Plexus is going to give you over $300 US dollars just for gifting 3 friends with this opportunity to also have optimal health, get healthy with you. And it's proven that that accountability is going to give you much better results yourself. So how wonderful if you didn't have to come out of pocket, and if you could take advantage of these products that are clinically proven. The testimonies just continue to blow your mind. The more and more you hear, you will not find testimonies like you find in Plexus. And we are the original OG gut health company. More and more of society, even in the medical industry, more and more people are embracing the concept of, oh, you know what? Gut health is really where it's at. Like, we can slap medications and Band-Aids on things all day long, but then come the side effects and the chemicals and harmful ingredients and this medication that you need to cover up the effects of this other one and all of that. And we can actually get to the root of that. And that is becoming more and more well known. And Plexus has been doing this now for 15 years already, you guys. We started this trend. We started this buzz. And there are many companies out there that are trying to duplicate what we've done here. You're going to see a lot of quote unquote pink drinks, but none of them are the original like what we have here. None of them will have the results of what we have here. And now we have a patent on our microbiome activating pink drink. So No more copycats. That is just so incredible to me. And it feels so good to be part of something so big that's changing so many people's lives in so many ways, not just health-wise, but with a financial opportunity that is available to everyone, no matter how busy you are. Let's talk about that right here. What if I'm too busy to dream big? What if you feel stuck because you just don't have time to do anything else? I'll tell you what, I love working with busy people, because what I find is most of the time, the busy people are the ones who know how to get stuff done, right? They're the ones who know how to create more for themselves. And we're not talking like busy, like chilling in Netflix, like I can't miss my shows. But if you are really a driven person who is willing to get out there and make some things happen, then this opportunity is for you. And you can do that. I honestly have women on my team who work full-time, who have young kids, and who are creating an incredible growing residual income for themselves and their family. And some of them have been able to replace those jobs and come home and be able to do so from home much more effectively and have more time freedom. So that is an option. So don't ever tell yourself that you're too busy, because it's really just what is the priority, you know? And also, let's talk about what if you're not a salesman, okay? Here's the thing. If everyone is a salesperson these days, everyone, and not just these days, from the beginning of time, sales is really just influence, especially if you're a mom or a wife. You're definitely, you know how to influence people, like, you know, help getting your kids to eat vegetables, or talking your husband into your favorite place for date night or whatever. And most all of us are already using social media, and it is a free, incredible tool where you can choose to leverage your time instead of just scrolling and hearting things. What if you could use that time that you're on social media already? And what if you could create residual income with that for yourself, for your family? And I mean, just imagine the possibilities. Also, before I forget, I want to throw in here, Plexus does not make any claims as to the income that you are guaranteed. It's basically, I mean, the opportunity is the same for everyone. It's available to everyone, but it's going to be based on kind of like your rapport with people, your work ethic, and your coachability. But if you are all of those things, then we've got something here that literally could change so much for you, just like it has for so many of us. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about oh my goodness, you guys, the vacations, the prizes, the travel is one of my favorite things. That's an added bonus that Plexus offers. And I see that we're almost out of time, so I'm just going to cruise through the rest of this. But if you love to travel, what if you could not only like create growing residual income for your family? At my point, at the point that we're at with my husband and I, we're mortgage free now. We don't carry any credit card debt like we did for so many years. We are at a point where we're able to consider like legacy financial freedom for generations, like be able to bless not only our children, but our grandchildren with what we're creating here. And it feels so good. And the time flexibility we have is just unreal. And free trips, are you kidding me? Like we're leaving in less than 2 weeks to a free earned vacation, a really bougie cruise to Labadee. And then we're also already in the running for our next all-inclusive trip to Punta Cana. And so Plexus gives you so many opportunities for whatever your love language is. If you love words of recognition, they know how to shout out and reward people. Okay. If you love the fun and the community, you are not going to find anything better than what's here. Literally, my very best of friends are people that I have met through this opportunity. And so let's just take a real quick look at just getting started. I want you to see like actually, this is a breakdown of the annual income disclosures per rank. And as we mentioned, Sylvia, Emily, and I, we're all diamonds. Not only that, you guys, my husband is a sapphire. Plexus actually allows your spouse accounts. Most companies don't allow that because it is kind of like double dipping. And so, you know, that's fair, but Plexus allows it. And so I'm a diamond, my husband is a sapphire. And then once you actually hit diamond, you can re-enter under yourself, which is crazy. I don't know why they allow this, but heck, I'm going to take advantage of it. And so I'm working my way back up. So at this point, I'm diamond and gold. And then my husband is a sapphire. So as you can see, that income really adds up. Now, most people hover in the silver range. And that's just because, you know, they like to, let's refer a few friends, maybe get our products paid for, get a little extra income coming in. But they don't really choose to push and create a business. And that's fine. Like that is totally, totally fine. And that we support that. But really, as you can see, anything is possible and there's no limit because you can re-enroll under yourself and there's no limit to the size of team that you can make or you can create. Okay, now let's talk about your first goal is to just grab 3 friends to get healthy with you. And like I mentioned, that's $300 USD in bonuses right away, friendship bonuses, I like to call them. As you continue to share, then I want you to take a look at what is available here. Everyone knows 17 people that are struggling with their health or would love to make some income. That's just a no-brainer, you guys. Why not you? What if this was possible for you? So step 1, talk to the person that invited you here. They will guide you with recommendations on what products you would most benefit from, and then link arms to make sure you have the best experience possible and get those results. It's going to feel so natural to want to tell your friends and family, hey, let's get healthy together. That would be so fun to do this together, feel better, be your best, look your best. It really is. So anyways, that's what we've got for you for our presentation. I'm going to stop the recording here, and then we're going to chat a little bit more. So thanks for being